Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. How's it going? I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Today is CakeTok. I know I said yesterday was going to be CakeTok, but today is CakeTok. We love a bit of cake drama. Can't bake for the life of me, but I absolutely love a bit of CakeTok drama. And today is no exception. I have got 3 different CakeTok dramas lined up for you that I have been collecting. I have brought my tea cake with me today. Now, I'm going to argue and say this is a biscuit, but they're literally called tea cakes. It's a Tunnock's. Founder of it actually comes from Scotland in Uddington, I think. I tried to do a little bit of research, but basically, if you've never seen it before, this is a tea cake. It looks very questionable at the minute, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to show me eating it. I'll just show you the inside of it because I hate watching people eat. Looks like this. Very questionable tea cake. And the inside is like that. Basically, it's got like a biscuity bit on the bottom. And then it's got marshmallow in it with a milk chocolate covering. Apparently you can actually get these in dark chocolate as well. Today, we have got something that I keep on seeing pop up on my FYP, and that is wax candies. I know it's not CakeTok, but trust me, people are going feral in the comment sections. People are rioting just like they do in CakeTok. We're also going to talk about a gender reveal cake that went like tits up. It was really bad. It was a really bad time. And then we're also going to talk about the resolution. It's Jess Brown Bakes. This lady up here, if you recognize her, she was known. It was the Great Cake Debate. And that was a month or so ago. And I think we now have a resolution because some clever little person went along and actually put it into a computer program to try and work out the conclusion to the Great Bake drama. I'm going to start off with the Cake Bake Debate. With the Great Cake Debate. We're going to start off there. A little recap. Over a month ago, she came on and said that her client requested a full refund because when she cut into the cake, half the cake was missing.
A cake complaint, a real one. This isn't a joke this time, I promise. I had to refund the full £90 and I'm fucking devastated. And also, I don't know how this happened. Like, how the fuck does this happen? So this is the cake. If you saw this video, it's my stacking and filling cake. This cake here, okay? Then they sent me this picture saying half the cake's missing. So I'm sitting there in the car like, how the fuck is, like, I'm panicking, but I'm just like, I've got to refund them this money. Well, I don't have to, but obviously I will. How does that happen? How does that happen when the cake, they're full, my thing is I reckon that the cake is like, the layers have slid. So then when they've cut that bit, there's a layer missing. Not missing, but it's been pushed across. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to be completely transparent with you because that is all I am on this page. They found hairs. They sent me a picture of 2 hairs in the cake. Not my hair, not dog hair, just like 2. I don't know where. I sterilised my entire kitchen. You can see from my videos my kitchen is clean. Everything is prepped properly. Everything is done properly in this kitchen. And these things happen. But I'm just mortified and like devastated.
A lot of TikTok were saying that either that is not the same cake and you have been bamboozled, you have been swindled there. Number 2, it was like AI generated, once again not being the same cake. Or people were saying like, yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to your cake, but you are not a good baker. I did not say this, but this is what other people were saying because a lot of her bakes look amazing. I digress. There was, honestly, we even had the person, the actual customer, I think her sister was in the comment section fighting for her life, insisting that they had not tricked her. As I was scrolling along, a video from last month got recommended to me that I hadn't actually seen before, and it was this lady who took it upon herself, an image of that cake, put it into some like digital software, and cut it from various different angles to see what that cake would look like.
Guys, I have officially solved the Great Cake Debate. Might have seen this video going viral at the moment. Well, with Cake Science, we have solved the angle and the cutting of the cake.
So I've had a cake complaint, a real one. This isn't a joke this time, I promise. Stacking and filling cake. This cake here.
Well, quick fire round of how I did it. Basically, put it into Photoshop. Let's do some transforms. Let's try and get this with different perspective because cameras always put perspective on things. Brought it into Fusion 360, angled it all up, and started tracing that cake, basically. Here we go. Speed through it all. Lovely. Let's make that 3D. Great. Got some tiers of cakes. Let's add some frosting, some filling. Yum. Great. Chrome coating digitally. Tastes pixely. Awesome. Well, let's cut the sponge. If we just do the sponge, yeah, they kind of look even because you're seeing all of that sponge cake. But what happens when we put that frosting back in? Ooh, look at the difference. Let's play around with the angles. As you can see, we're playing around. The left-hand side one is straight cut. If we change the tiers, just so they're a bit more straight, it all affects everything. And just with a slight angled cut, you can really force that perspective.
It's more to do with how the cake is cut. The lady's just, the client just wasn't very good at cutting cakes. It was the same cake. She wasn't very good at cutting the cake. She essentially got a cake for free. I feel like as soon as someone starts whapping out the graphic design or whatever the hell is going on there over a cake, I feel like when we have reached that level, I am happy with that result. I'm going to take that result. I'm just going to believe it because I did not think someone would actually go through all of that effort. But here we are, and we are thanking you for your service. This next bit is about WaxCandy. If you haven't heard of WaxCandy before, essentially the wax is not, you can't eat it. You can bite into it. It's safe to bite into, but you shouldn't swallow it because it can quite literally tear up your esophagus. However, a lot of people eat big wax candies as a form of ASMR. On TikTok. I can't stand this. All of it keeps on being recommended to me.
Need some giant homemade wax candy. We've got this little penguin and little whatever this is. This cute little paw. A fishy and a mermaid tail. I know some of you have really been waiting for this penguin, so I think we're gonna do the penguin tonight. Don't forget to spit out your wax.
This actually comes from America. So it says the original wax candies were in the shape of small bottles entitled nickel nips. So if you know what that is or you've heard of it, that is where they're saying it comes from. The name combines the original cost of a nickel and nip, which was the standard way of opening the wax bottles in the mid 20th century, according to online sweet shop Bulk Candy Store. There are really big wax candy companies who do sell these, and they sell them in varying designs. You get a mold and then you then fill it with like jelly and various different gloopy substances, and it's then encased. So you rip the wax off, suck out the inside. I don't know. It's meant to be a texture experience. It's meant to be really satisfying for certain people. I wouldn't pay any money on something that I can't eat the whole of if we're talking about something edible. So this is random, but I don't tend to order like lobster or crab for that exact reasoning, or fish that has not been deboned, because I kind of feel I just want to be able to eat it. I know this is such a weird comparison, but I just want to be able to eat it. I don't want to have stuff that is not edible on the plate. You can get pocket wax candy bites for £17. Bear this in mind. They're so small. Lobster wax candy, £17. Butterfly wax candy, £18. Or you can start buying bundles, which can go upwards of like £100 for like sets of various castles and things. It's not a market for me, but there's a market for everyone. There have been TikTokers who have started capitalizing off of this, and I'm not joking, are charging like obscene prices, and it is setting like sweet talk, bake talk, whatever you want to call it, it is setting people off.
Each set would have between 3 to 4 pieces, and I think I would price it between $30 to $50 per set. But I think $30 to $50 is pretty reasonable. Just by doing these 4 pieces of wax candy, it took me almost 2 hours. Since they're all different colors, I had to keep remelting wax, and that's what takes forever. I like to do different colors. This is what the SpongeBob set looks like. It came out amazing. I'm obsessed. Would you buy this for $50?
So there is this one creator who popped up on my feed, and she is called Don't Feed Me Past 12, and she makes sweets. Now, before this, she was just making sweets for TikTok, and she was trying to figure out what the best ratio was, like 60% wax to 40% jelly, like all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, she has these molds. You can buy these molds You could buy loads of molds, because of course buy molds anywhere, but she buys all these different molds. She pours the wax in, she then puts the jelly, and then sometimes there's some sort of gloopy substance. I don't even know. She then gets this, like, I don't know, this like glitter, I'm assuming it's edible. I don't know, because of course you can't eat the wax. She gets the little paintbrush and she just like starts painting. Now, of course, we know that this is not edible, but TikTok are absolutely astounded that she is wanting to charge like $40 to $50 for these little molds, okay, that she claims takes her like 2 hours, when in actuality it doesn't take her 2 hours, because she's standing around and waiting for the molds, if it makes any sense. People are absolutely losing the plot that this is not actually edible.
Can someone tell me if the wax candy is actually edible or not? This is a common question that keeps getting asked, so no, the wax is not edible. What you put inside the wax is edible. For an example, for this wax candy, I'm going to be putting a sour jelly inside of it, so that is what's edible. I've seen so many people in my comments asking others if they can eat the wax, and other people will comment back to them saying that yes, you can eat the wax. Once again, you cannot eat the wax, don't believe them, they just want you to go to the emergency room. Candy is hard, it is not soft, so I feel like if you were to swallow it, then it would probably rupture your esophagus. I don't want anyone to choke on wax candy. Anyways, for this wax candy, I made a humongous sunflower, and it came out perfect. I'm gonna show you how I eat my wax candy, so if you buy a wax candy online, then you'll know how to eat it properly. So it was kind of a struggle to get it cracked open. That was a fail, so we're gonna try again. It's so simple. You chew off the wax, suck in the jelly, and then you spit the wax out. And voila, that's it.
People are saying, so you're selling a food that isn't food safe? Nice. So she makes a video detailing how, no, it will rip up your esophagus. Then starts saying just how much money the various different wax edibles are going to be. And she says that she is thinking of charging like $50 for this particular set right here.
$10 for 4 pieces of wax candy is insane. I don't think people realize how much time, work, and supplies goes into making wax candies. Right here, I'm making a Sanrio set. This set has 4 pieces in it, and it comes with 1 Hello Kitty, 1 My Melody, 1 Cinnamon Roll, and 1 Kiromi. Each of these pieces will be colored with glitter to look like the character. Coloring each piece takes about 1 to 3 minutes. Besides the coloring, I also have to factor in the jelly and the wax cost. So for this set, I would charge $40. I think that's pretty reasonable because each of these characters is manually colored by me. I know people are still gonna be like, oh my goodness, that's so expensive. Wax is so cheap. No, it's not, it's expensive. So yes, $40 for this set, no negotiations. Just look at how cute Cinnamon Roll came out. Who wouldn't pay $40 for this? This is what it looks like. It looks amazing and definitely worth the price. Don't say otherwise.
People are really pressed about it. Really pressed. People are saying $50 essentially just for jelly because you spit the wax out. Definitely worth the price, but you're not the one buying it. Especially with the economy right now, you can't blame people for being annoyed with the price. The ingredients altogether cost at max $20. If it's above that, you've not researched the best supplies for a reasonable price. Plus, you have other places of income, so it's not like you're broke, queen. Any comments exactly like that? Someone who has talked about the chocolate-covered strawberry debacle, and I've also talked about the cake pop prices. I feel, and I do feel that my audience also feels, combined feel, if you will, that people will pay like whatever the cost is. Like people, if they see something they like, people are going to buy it. There is a customer base, there is a consumer base out there for someone, there is clientele for everyone. If she wants to charge that, that's perfectly fine. She does start comparing it to oodles, and yeah, oodles does have some more expensive pieces, but generally they have them in like multi-packs, and their big pieces, like the really big pieces, yeah, they are really expensive, but let's be real, they're marked up. This great big Hello Kitty one, how much did she say? I actually have to check this. She says that it should be worth $160 for this, but she's going to do it for $120.
If you think $20 to $30 is expensive for that wax candy, then you will be shocked to find out how much this one is. This is my largest wax candy mold, and you guys have seen me make this before, but you've never seen me fill it up all the way to the top. And I don't fill it to the top is because jelly and wax itself is very expensive. Ever since wax candy has gone viral, the price of wax has gone up so much. That being said, all the jelly, all the wax, all the glitter, this candy would cost $120. And that's literally the cheapest I would go because technically this should be $160. Are the ingredients expensive? But the labor to make this is a lot. It took me an hour just to make this Hello Kitty wax candy. It's basically like buying a cake from a baker because a baker would charge around the same amount. I didn't even charge you for making the bow pink. I put this large wax candy in the freezer, so now it's time to take it out, mute the music, and hear the crunch.
As you can see, she's basically saying like she's slaving away for like an hour or something, and this set TikTok off again. TikTok said, "Oh my god, a whole hour, that's insane. I hope you don't overwork yourself. An hour? You should take a vacation already. Extreme labor? Yes. Yesterday I saw a surgeon who just had finished doing a surgery that took 24 hours saying, thanks God I don't make wax candy. As a baker, I'm offended." People are extremely pressed that she is going to be charging this amount of money for these wax candies, but I guarantee you there is someone that is going to buy it. I feel like a lot of the people are getting annoyed that it is so expensive, but they're also the same people that don't like wax candies anyway. I can't. I've already made my stance on these wax candies. Do you think it's absolutely insane to be charging someone like what, like $120, which is 90 quid? I don't know, like a lot of money for something that is classed as edible, but you can't actually consume more than half of it. Just think that is silly. And the only people I ever see actually eating these wax candies are people on TikTok. I've never seen anyone out in the wild who is chewing on a wax candy. I feel like it's just another one of those things that is a trend.
No, look at what they gave us. This is not what we fucking asked for.
Okay, so the last and final bit of TikTok cake drama came from someone called Diana, and Diana had a bit of an issue when she had sent her husband off to go and order this gender reveal cake. She wanted it a certain way. She had sent her husband all of these pictures of this white cake, and it said like baby Lee on it. It turned out like this. So people were instantly in the comment section going, this is your husband's fault.
Really? And you showed her the photos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yo, look at what they gave us. This is not what we fucking asked for. Oh my god. What? No fucking way.
I said all white. Like letter everything in white.
This is our gender reveal cake, but this is not what we asked for at all. We literally just asked for a simple white cake on the outside. I sent my husband Pinterest photos of what I wanted, and he showed her.
I said all white.
All white.
Like I didn't say give me blue, green hats.
Oh my god, no fucking way. This isn't happening to me right now.
People are really laying in on the husband. They're saying either he didn't show pics or y'all got someone else's order. He told them, but did he show them what you wanted? I'd bet my whole bank account he did not show her those pictures because there's no way. This picture is obviously like so different to the point where I'm thinking this has got to be someone else's order because there ain't no way. Well, turns out she made an addressing the situation video, and yeah, that was actually their cake because it said baby Lee on it. Unless they've got mixed up with another couple who are having a baby with the surname Lee, then what are even the chances of that happening?
Very specific. I even reminded him on the text that I wanted the letters baby Lee to be white on the top, and he called me afterwards. He told me how it went, showed her the photos. She was writing everything down in a form. She took the envelope, went to the back, gave it back to me, and it seemed like she understood, like white on the inside, all white with whatever color corresponds to the gender on the inside, either pink or blue for girl or boy. A lot of people are like, oh, maybe they gave you the wrong cake. No, it wasn't the wrong cake because it still said baby Lee on the cake, but not in white and not on top like we specifically asked. It was literally on the sides of the foam or cardboard that was holding on to the cake.
I'm going to break it down because it's about 7.5 minutes, but she does do a follow-up video, and there's a few things in this video. Number one, she is addressing the comments where people are saying, like, you know, calling her husband out. He's not one of those dumb guys, and that he is perfectly capable. She trusts it was not him.
So he was gonna go to the bakery that morning, and he already knew what the vibe is. Like, my husband and I have the same style. We like the same things. Like, he's not just like one of those dumb guys where like you have to tell them over and over. Like, no, like this is what I like, and this is how I wanted it to be. He already knew.
She also does say that because they were late picking up the cake and whatnot, they never actually checked the cake before they got to the park where they were going to be having this intimate gender reveal. So the whole thing was extremely rushed. I believe she actually had up in the corner a little thing saying that the box was like taped down or whatever.
He just goes inside and he grabs it. Like, he didn't open it. That's another comment that I keep seeing. Why didn't you guys check before you left? Yes, okay, I get it. That was technically like the logical thing to do, but we just didn't think about checking the cake in the moment. Like, that was the last thing that we thought, like, that we were gonna get, you know, like something different than what we asked for. When if you ever go to a business, you're kind of trusting them to like give you what you paid and asked for.
Also, they never actually followed up on the whole situation.
I can't believe that this is actually happening. The moment we both put our glasses in the cake, take it out and see the gender, it was another instant blow because it wasn't the gender that we both wanted. So it was just like all those blows back to back, one thing wrong after the other. I was just so done with like the whole situation. I was so done with that whole entire day. I'm completely done. I don't care to call them. I don't care for a refund. Like, I just don't care for any of that. I was just so seriously blamed the pregnancy hormones and emotions on why I never followed up. I just wanted nothing to do with that situation. Like I said, it was so upsetting that I just wanted it to be done.
I definitely would have followed up. I do kind of understand where she said, when she's saying, you know, the whole thing was just so stressful, so I didn't want to dwell on it. Someone asked them, why wouldn't you contact them if it's their mistake? And she said, it's like you'll miss the point of the video where I explain why I chose to not contact them. Now, I fully get, like, being pregnant as well. You're just hormones all over the show. You got so much else going on, you probably do not want to have to deal with it. Thinking back to when I've been pregnant, my hormonal rage, because I probably get like pregnancy rage, literally. I'd be like, no, absolutely not. I probably would have said something. Either the husband really accidentally forgot to forward the pictures and actually say specifically what they wanted, or wasn't very clear, or this baker is an idiot. What I'm kind of thinking, right, I kind of have this little inkling that what happened was the baker had made the cake and almost like had either lost the notes or just didn't even look at them. I'm imagining she maybe lost the notes. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about this. And then at the end of it, she maybe found the notes and then realised, oh crap, that's not what they wanted. So then just put baby Lee on the side. It's not even like they're slightly similar. There is nothing similar about those cakes. Absolutely nothing. So I hate to say it, I either think the husband like messed it up a little bit, or the cake baker just literally lost all the notes. In which case, why wouldn't she just message them? I don't know, something is weird. If you actually have a proper bakery business, why would you mess that up on purpose? It's got to be an accident somewhere. Like, unless the baker had some sort of weird vendetta against the couple. If, you know, it was a really bad mistake, especially if she's like taping up the box. They should have probably have gone back so that that mistake would never happen ever again, because if that was a general mistake, that would have been mortifying. Pretty much all of the CakeTok drama that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for being here. This is like not even relevant to the wrapper. This isn't even relevant to the video anymore, but I actually had to pause this once. It's been like 5 different times I have had knocks on the door because someone decided to park their car just below my house, right? And my car's in my driveway. And there's someone else has also decided to park their car on the opposite side of the road, really near the other car. So no one can get really in between those two cars, and I don't know who the little green car belongs to. I've got absolutely no idea. So because it's right outside my house, people keep on assuming it's my car, and I'm like, no. I had to do some sort of ninja maneuver trying to get out this morning to take my kids to school. You know when like something is not your fault, but you feel like everyone else thinks it is your fault? I'm like, this is nothing to do with me. Like, I already had some like kind of pissed off neighbours just being like, it's just your car. I'm like, no, it's not my car. My car's right there. That is not my vehicle, but I feel like everyone thinks that it is. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.